Now they're not in power and it's actually happening. They're trying to say that this was their advocacy that caused it. And it's nonsense. It's absolutely nonsense. Don't fall for it. The Picton bypass had nothing to do with Angus Taylor. The Picton bypass is occurring in spite of Angus Taylor and his ineptitude, not because of it. Another day, another flagrant and blatant reason to dislike Angus Taylor. Let's talk about it. I received this in the post this morning, and I'm just shooting from the hip on this video, so hopefully everything I say is good, and while I'm editing it, I have images and stuff here, and like, I'll put more effort into the edit. I didn't write a script is the point, but I received this bit of propaganda, this promotional material, a leaflet from Angus Taylor, my federal MP today, and I wanted to talk to you about it, because it's just utter shit. Specifically, the coalition will deliver the bypass nonsense is just that. It's nonsense. The coalition, in short, were in power for 9 years, 2013 to 2022. Within that time frame, there were at least 2, probably 3 or 4. I'll put screenshots for all the evidence I can find here, right? There were many feasibility studies, funding put towards, like, scoping out the area, all sorts of just jobs for the boys, money disappearing, right? Allegedly, in my opinion, like, I'm not trying to say that Angus Taylor committed fraud or is corrupt or looks after himself before any of his constituents. That's not what I'm saying. I'm giving you my opinion and of the handling of the bypass. You know, he'll sue me. He sues people. It's a thing. So I'm just saying, don't go after Angus, but he is a fucking dickhead, in my opinion, right? The coalition will deliver the Picton bypass. Why didn't they deliver it any time between 2013 and 2022? And you can't say that they didn't know they needed it. As I said, here are some screenshots of feasibility and funding that they put towards it without actually getting anything to start or anything happening, right? At the last state election in 2023, a bloke named Nathaniel Smith was running for the same party as this, like, pond scum, and he said, yep, the Liberal Party are going to deliver the bypass as well, but, like, he could have been doing that, and he didn't. I wrote some notes, right? In 2021, after the bushfires, or the Black Saturday bushfires, was it Black Saturday? I can't remember. There was some super gnarly bushfires in 2019 and 2020 here in Australia. I was in America at the time, so I didn't experience them, but they were super gnarly. 2 firefighters died in the area. Like, there's been a whole... If you're watching this video, if you know who Angus Taylor is, you know about the bushfires I'm talking about, right? And so, prior to that, for about 20-odd years, people had been talking about the Picton bypass just for a convenience thing, because it's a pain in the ass during peak hour to get through Picton, because all the trucks are turning right in that middle section there, you know? So we've always needed a bypass from that perspective. But after it became evident that emergency services couldn't get into our towns, and people couldn't get out of our towns because we had one bottleneck and one road during those bushfires, once it became evident that that was the case, people started talking a bit more seriously in the halls of bureaucracy, you know what I mean? Like, the actual decision makers decided, hey, well, we should stop using this as a way of getting money out to our friends and actually do what we say we're going to do with this planning money and plan something, right? That happened in 2022. Nothing has happened since then, okay? So we're in 2024. Look at the date on the time of recording or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, nothing has occurred since then. Judy Hanan beat Nathaniel Smith in 2023 in the state election, and has been relentlessly campaigning or relentlessly lobbying with the state government. She's an independent, which, you know, amazing, brilliant. I'm stoked that this area has an independent. Our mayor's a good bloke and he's not affiliated with party politics. Our state member is a good Sheila. She's not affiliated with any, like, party politics. At the next federal election, we need to fuck Angus Taylor off and get an independent who is not aligned with party politics. So that means not a teal independent either. Like, I don't want Climate 200, folks. I want an actual independent in our electorate, looking after our electorate, not like trying to play marionette, you know what I mean? But anyway, Judy Hanan got into state politics, got into power. She is a previous councillor, previous mayor of the area. Like, she's got Wallandilly and the electorate of Hume. I don't think that's what her electorate is in state, because it's, like, all gerrymandered to fuck. But, like, she's got the people in mind that Angus Taylor says he has. So since 2023, since late 2023, in the 1 year that she's had as like, it's not even something she can control as an independent. She has to lobby the parties that are in government to do it. In that 1 year, she has got a separate allocation of funding for the first time ever for a bypass of Picton. It's not just, oh yeah, we'll include a feasibility study in with this infrastructure bill we're passing that addresses something else. It's specifically the Picton bypass. We're giving $18.3 million to not just a feasibility study, but a specific comparison of certain routes. If I can find the video, like the image, I'll put it there. There were a swathe of options, or a swath of options. We've gone with option 9 because of Judy Hanan's lobbying and because of Judy Hanan and her actual efforts. Her work as an independent. Since 2023, within the June 2024 budget, my kid's going insane, I'll go in there in a second, but within the June 2024 budget, for the first time ever, it has been allocated funding, and we have picked an option, and in the next budget, supposedly, we'll see, I'll keep you updated though, we're going to have a person, like, it's gone out to tender. Within the next budget, we are going to have agreed with a company that's going to do it. They're going to have planned something out, and we're going to have to approve, you know? Like, I'll put a screenshot here from Judy Hanan's website explaining the nitty-gritty of that bit, right? She's amazing. She is delivering the Picton bypass. Angus Taylor is not delivering anything except money to his own bank account. And again, allegedly, I'm not saying that he's corrupt through this. I'm not saying that he's, like, getting funds. I mean, like, he gets the job as a fucking federal MP, and that's how money comes to his bank account. But he's being paid for nothing because he doesn't do what he should. But then he says he does in fucking embossed, fucking ridiculously expensive... Like, I paid for this. Our tax-paying dollars paid for this shit, and he's not doing any of the things he said he was. So anyway, point being, quick video to say Angus Taylor's a fucking schmuck. I don't like Angus Taylor, and I hate it when I get his mail. But it's like, it's pretty frustrating as someone who's politically engaged to see Liberal branding on a thing saying we're delivering the Picton bypass. Because they've had they had fucking 2 decades in power. They had to, like, they could have delivered it already. Now they're not in power, and it's actually happening. They're trying to say that this was their advocacy that caused it, and it's nonsense. It's absolutely nonsense. Don't fall for it. The Picton bypass had nothing to do with Angus Taylor. The Picton bypass is occurring in spite of Angus Taylor and his ineptitude, not because of it. Anyway, as I said, he made me cranky. This video might not have as many details as my videos usually do. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, go poke around my channel. I'll have another history video about John Flynn later today, I reckon. So he's the guy that invented the Royal Flying Doctor's Service. Yeah, anyway. I'll have a video about him. I like money. Turning some of yours into mine on a monthly basis would be ideal. Click the links in the description to figure out how to get your name in that list. But yeah, if you're Angus Taylor, fuck you. If you're not, I'll see you when I look at you. You'll see me when you look at me. Thanks so much for watching.